The man's name is Andrei Grigoriev, a corporal from Yakutia who became famous for defeating a Ukrainian soldier in a brutal hand-to-hand fight. Yes, defending victory not only made him a legend on the battlefield, but also earned him the highest honor of Hero of the Russian Federation. You know, this is Russia's highest national medal. The question is, how did he do it? The man's name is Andrei Grigoriev, a corporal from Yakutia which increases the uncertainty of the action. What's worse is that the Ukrainian soldier is acting alone, without the cover and siege of friendly forces. What's more dangerous is that he doesn't know where the Russian army may be ambushed. Therefore, he did not rush in and obviously made a more cautious choice. After a brief communication with the commander, they quickly made a decision to send a drone to attack the suspicious trigger. This can reduce the risk of commercial operations caused by unknown threats. The decision was made, and the Ukrainian soldier immediately retreated to a relatively safe location, waiting for the drone to complete its mission. The application of drones in modern battlefields not only provides real-time aerial reconnaissance, but also provides soldiers with long-range firepower support, reducing the risk of direct contact. After retreating to a safe area, the drone quickly locked onto the target and launched an attack on the building. After a loud bang, smoke and dust rose above the target, and the Ukrainian soldier began to move towards the house. It can be clearly seen from the video that the drone accurately attacked the building that blocked the view. The building collapsed and a large number of bricks and debris were scattered on the ground. The Ukrainian soldier was quite cautious. Even though the drone attacked, he did not rush in to clean up, obviously aware that there was still a potential threat. After the soldier confirmed with his teammates again, he began to enter the fence in a fighting posture, and danger came at this time. From this shot, you can see that although the drone successfully destroyed the building that blocked the view, behind it there is a small bungalow with a window facing the exit. This position is almost a natural ambush point. The window has a good view and can monitor the entrance and exit. What's worse is that the light was very strong at the time, the external environment was very bright, and the obstruction inside the window made it almost impossible for the soldiers to see whether there was anyone inside the house. Such a scene greatly increases the risk of being ambushed. Just as the Ukrainian soldiers entered the yard, gunshots rang out, and Russian soldiers fired from the window, hitting the target accurately. This kind of close-range shooting can cause great harm to the human body even if wearing a bulletproof vest. You can see that the Ukrainian soldiers' palms and rifles are stained with blood. But this soldier is very tenacious and shows a strong fighting instinct. He quickly shoots at the window and the entrance of the house, then pulls out a grenade and moves towards the target building. But he made a wrong decision. Instead of guarding the door, he threw the grenade toward the window instead of through the door. Because the building was small, the Russian soldier could quickly rush out of the door before the grenade exploded and engage in close combat with the Ukrainian soldier. Although the Ukrainian soldier was stronger, his injury after being shot made his reaction and strength significantly inferior. In the end, the Russian Yakut soldier won a brutal close-range battle with better condition and on-the-spot performance. To be honest, this was the most shocking battle since the war between Russia and Ukraine. A Russian soldier approaches the target house with an anti-tank mine in his hand. After a brief observation, he approaches the window, activates the detonator, and throws the mine into the house. Immediately, there is a deafening bang, and the strong blast wave destroys the entire building, and the wall is instantly scattered. The dust from the explosion even covered half of the settlement. The Russian army likes to use this tactic when fighting for settlements. This two-story residential building became the target of the Russian army. The Russian soldier approached the house quickly with an anti-tank mine and quickly approached the window. He threw the mine into the house without hesitation. With a deafening explosion, the entire building was destroyed in an instant, and the sturdy building was reduced to ruins. The drone launched several attacks on the building. The houses that provided shelter for the Ukrainian army in the settlements were not spared either. Russian drone operators controlled the drones and carried out strikes on these targets again and again. Each precise attack turned those houses into ruins in an instant. In fact, before the Russian fiber-optic drones were officially put into the battlefield, the Russian army had accumulated a lot of experience in using FPV drones. These drones can not only be used for reconnaissance, but also for precision strikes and even for continuous suppression of Ukrainian targets. The high maneuverability and flexibility of FPV drones enable both Russia and Ukraine to effectively respond to the ever-changing situation on the battlefield and cause great damage to each other in a short period of time. A Ukrainian armored vehicle was alone and deep in the ruins. The Russian soldiers hiding in the ruins used grenades to hit the side of the vehicle. The explosion made the vehicle lose its mobility and eventually stopped in the middle of the road, unable to move forward. The soldiers began to abandon the vehicle and flee. But the more terrifying things have just begun. As the Russian FPV drone quietly approached, the armored vehicle became the main target of the drone attack.